Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this brand new session of Pre-Board Menti Challenge. I am Kriti, and with us we have.
Hello everyone, I'm Aishwarya and I will be helping you out with biology, and as Kriti ma'am has said, it's a brand new session, brand new look and feel where we are going to be revising your 10th grade chemistry and biology together. So I hope all of you are excited to see both of us together, and as you know, we're coming from two different locations, so of course it does take us a tad bit longer so that you don't have any issues. So I hope my audio, video and screen as well as Kriti ma'am's audio, video and screen is perfectly visible to all of you. So if it is, give us a quick thumbs up everyone in the chat. And quickly everybody, show us your excitement as well.
Absolutely, because today it's going to be biology versus chemistry. That means 2/3 science तो आज हम आपका revise करा ही देंगे. It's going to be great for all of you. Wonderful questions we have. 10 chemistry questions, 10 biology questions, and this time ध्यान से देखो नीचे. We will actually be noting down the cumulative scores as well. So that is, I think, the catch of this session.
Yes.
Isn't it, ma'am?
Definitely, Kriti ma'am. And as you know, everybody, you can see this in the bottom, right? Can you see chemistry 0, biology 0? So Kriti ma'am, why don't you tell them how exactly we'll be doing this so that they are also excited for this?
So, definitely it's going to be a Menti challenge. Individual level पे तो होगा ही होगा, but this time what we will be doing is, for all the chemistry questions, the number of students getting the answer right, we'll keep adding those numbers. And similarly, we'll be doing the same for biology, and towards the end, the subject with the highest number wins, which I hope ma'am is going to be chemistry this time.
Yes, and I also hope it's biology, so we have our fingers crossed as well. But see, at the end of the day, for all of you, right, see, this is just to bring in a fun element because all of you are feeling very stressed about your pre-boards, and you know, you're going through that phase where you are feeling a little, you are feeling that tension, you're feeling that nervousness. So this is just to make all of you settle down a little, feel like you are revising, but at the same time you are enjoying as well, right? So this is of course just a small element that is going to be there, but mainly for all of you, it is to remember that you are revising your 2/3 of science, like ma'am said, and throughout this week, we are going to be having such classes that is going to help you out. So I can see a lot of you are saying, ma'am, biology is love, chemistry is love. See, at the end of the day, science should be love, okay? That I think, ma'am, both of us agree, no?
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely. This entire setup is to reduce your pre-exam nervousness, and we are all in the same team of science. वो नहीं भूलना है. Science के लिए definitely this is what we are aiming कि आपके full marks आए, not even one single mark आपका cut हो. But of course, just for your information कि आपकी subject wise knowledge कैसे चल रही है, we've demarcated it in this way. Nonetheless, your effort needs to be in both the directions. We might support one or both the teams. For you, it is definitely both the teams.
Yes. And of course, we're going to get started. I can see that some of you could not see the code. So everybody, it's a Menti quiz. Of course, little bit when we were telling you the rules, we kind of got lost a little bit. But everyone, quickly go to www.menti.com. If you are not able to see the code, I will be writing the code. It is 35415903. Menti code is 35415903. It is written on the board as well for all of you. So quickly, everybody, we have 200 odd live watching in our session. Please make sure in the meanwhile you like this video. Very, very important to like.
Absolutely. So I think the moment we'll have 200 likes on YouTube, we'll get started. So quickly everyone, for the ones who've joined us for the first time, do not forget to subscribe as well. Because ये जो journey है आपकी grade 10 अच्छे marks लाने के लिए, we will be there with you throughout this journey until we make sure that you are acing your exam. So फटाफट से subscribe कर लो, session like कर दो. Aishwarya ma'am, I've given them a target of 200 likes. I think that's a fair target.
Yes, ma'am, of course. Definitely we need to have we need to make sure that we have 200 likes on this video, and I can of course see that a lot of you are joining. So in the meanwhile, Vishnu, at the bottom we can see a scroll bar. Can we just remove that scroll bar? Let's remove that out. Okay. Thank you. All right, everybody. So quickly go to thementi.com, and yes, all of you, I can see Royal Vansh telling me, ma'am, I don't like bio. But of course, board exam mein you will have bio. No, you like it or you don't like it. So it's all about practice today. Yes? So in the meanwhile, as all of you join today, and as all of us tell you, right? You know that BYJU'S 9 and 10 is one of the most premier channels where we help you out with your exam prep, right, ma'am? I think we have become super serious about their examination. No, off late, we've been having longer classes. We've been making sure that we do their revision, whether it is for, you know, their pre-boards, and of course, upcoming, we have this amazing series of crash course as well. So all the more reason to subscribe to our channel, right?
Absolutely, and we are making sure that only the top-notch quality content reaches you. It's not that कुछ भी पढ़ा दिया. We are making sure आप तक वो information पहुंचे which can help you fetch full marks, nothing less. तो बिल्कुल उसके लिए अगर आप खुद चाहते हो that you aim for full marks, I think it goes without saying that you should right away subscribe. फटाफट से. And ma'am, look at the timings, like 11 in the morning till 9 in the night. We have such a wide range when it comes to timings. We have such a wide range when it comes to the type of sessions we are coming up with. So it's going to be definitely a very great experience for all of you.
Definitely. So we have all the important playlists for all of you. So please make sure that you do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And very quickly, see, we're spending some time here so that all of you join the quiz. Okay, that is why we're spending a little more time. But of course, everybody, what we will do is make sure that you've liked the video, make sure you have subscribed. And of course, without wasting any more time, we are going to get started, right? So of course, let me see, we have around 200 live watching, but I hope that we have that many on our Menti platform as well. And to answer 2 questions that we see, all chapter questions are included in this particular quiz. You will find 10 questions from biology, and then you will find 10 questions from chemistry. So a total of 20 questions. So are we ready, ma'am? Are we ready? Shall we do a quick Josh level check on the chat and then get started?
Yes, absolutely. And it better be the highest, not even high now.
Yes, so quick Josh level check, and then we're going to get started. No more wasting time. We'll start as soon as you give us a quick Josh level check. Right? That's always like a ritual that all of us do.
What do you think? आपको क्या लगता है कि कौन सा subject वैसे is going to win today? Like a gut feeling.
My gut feeling for some reason is telling I want biology to win. Of course, sweet spot for both of us is our own subject. But there are a lot of chemistry lovers, ma'am, in the chat. A lot of them are saying, ma'am, chemistry OP, chemistry, ma'am, Kriti ma'am is the best. So a lot of chemistry's love is coming in the chat. So you never know. Like, it could maybe be a tie also.
Yeah, I think it's going to be wonderful if it's a tie.
Yes, we will be very happy.
But based on the Menti challenge history, ma'am, let me not say what has happened to chemistry.
No,
but I hope history is going to change today.
Yes. All right, everybody. So with that, I think we'll get started. So, ma'am, shall we get started with the first question?
Yes, and let's see whether it's a chemistry question or a biology question. Nonetheless, it's going to be a very, very important question for all of you. So come on, guys. We wish you all the best. And हर एक question को exam point of view से बहुत seriously attempt करना and give your best.
Yes. So keeping that in mind, question number 1, everybody, on your screens. And this is going to be a biology question. Which of the following are not a tropic movement or are not tropic movements, right? So you have growing of pollen tube in response to sugary substance, folding up of leaves of a sensitive plant in response to touch, winding of tendril around a support in response to touch, and opening up of leaves of a daisy flower in response to light. Take your time with this question. Which of the following are not trophic movements or tropic movements? What are tropic movements? I'm giving you a clue. It's going to be leaking it, but growth related movements that are there, right? So keeping that in mind, what will be the answer to this?
I think through these questions, they'll actually understand the importance of reading the question properly. So there is a word not there. That is the catch. Don't forget to read that word.
Yes, and I can see that 65 of you have got this correctly, while majority of you have got confused. Okay, now before I go ahead, See, at this point, nobody should be telling me, ma'am, tukka, okay? Because now you should be applying concepts. Earlier, we used to be like, okay, chalu, it's fine. You do tukka here and there. But now, 45 days, right? Very, very important.
Not
now,
allowed.
Yes, not allowed. Correct. So, everyone, quickly, what are tropic movements in the chat? I want to see the answers. What are tropic movements? Because if you understand this, the rest of it will be correct. And those of you who got it wrong, don't get scared. Don't be like, ma'am, I don't know anything now. No, no, no. Right? What do we mean by tropic movements? Exactly. Directional movements, growth-related movements. Yes. So we are talking about growth-related movements, right? Now, in growth-related movements, point number 1 was growth of pollen tube in response to a chemical. What is growth of pollen tube in response to chemical? That is chemotropism, right? So there is growth of pollen tube. It is in response to a stimulus. It's a tropic movement. Yes? So that was your statement number 1. So this is a tropic movement. Statement number 2 said closing of leaves in response to touch, right? So that there we know is thigmonasty. That is nastic movement. What are nastic movements? Nastic is non-directional. Okay, that means stimulus will come from here, stimulus will come from here, stimulus will come from here, wherever stimulus comes from, right? Please make it, the movement will happen. It is not in the direction of stimulus, right? Then of course you have thigmotropism. Thigmotropism is what we observe in tendrils, right? So we know that when the tendril comes in contact with maybe, any stimulus, normally a mechanical rod, it will wind itself and that's how it will grow. So this is also, these two are tropic. Why photonasty, closing of flowers, right? In response to light or opening, whatever it may be, that will be nastic. So 2 and 4 are nastic movements while 1 and 3 are tropic movements. So are we clear for those of you who got confused? Now a lot of you are asking me, ma'am, aap Hindi mein bolo. You know my Hindi is not very good, no? So please everybody, let's focus on understanding this in English because at the end of the day, your answers are going to be written in English. So are we clear? Give me a quick thumbs up in the chat because you need to be clear with these concepts, okay? Yes, very good, very good.
I think the biology terms will remain as it is, irrespective of the language. So guys,
yes,
the focus should be to learn from your mistake in this question.
Exactly. Menti code is 35415903. Vishnu, can we send it on the chat? We'll be sending it to you. Don't worry, okay? Very good, everyone. So make a note of this. This is where you may make mistakes, especially for tropic and nastic movements. You need to focus, all right? So we can have the scoreboard, Vishnu. We had around 66, I think, who got it correctly. 65 of them. So
meanwhile, I'll just quickly take Vansh. Vansh is commenting and he's asking that is it possible to pass without scoring well in biology? You might pass, but in case you want to score really well, then physics, chemistry, biology, you need to be very good in all these 3 subjects. So किसी को lightly नहीं लेना. And I think biology is a very, very scoring subject.
Yes. Very direct questions come. You have few application based which might be tricky, but it's a very scoring subject and don't get scared. Okay? Yes. And leaderboard will come after 10 questions, everybody. So without wasting any more time, let's go on to the chemistry question. So Kriti ma'am, are we ready?
Yes, everyone. Chalo, let's load the question. Let's see what's the first chemistry question we have. All right, so the question is on the screen now. And the question says, identify the product formed when aluminium oxide reacts with sodium hydroxide. And you have 4 options. Okay. In first 3, you will notice sodium aluminate is there, but then you have to guess the correct formula. Or the D option, aluminium hydroxide. So these are the 4 options given to you. तो पहले तो figure out कर लो कि आपका सोडियम एल्यूमिनेट बनेगा या एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड बनेगा and then figure out the correct formula as well. You know, I'm getting a feeling they'll get this right because yesterday only we've revised all these things.
Oh. We can see
A
63.
lot of them have marked option B. What exactly was option? Oh, it was sodium aluminate only, but with the incorrect formula. So, let's move on to the next slide and I will explain you how exactly. Yes. Okay, so we have aluminium oxide, that's Al2O3. It's reacting with sodium hydroxide, NaOH, to give you sodium aluminate. क्या होता है sodium aluminate? NaAlO2. ये याद रखना है, ये equation आ सकती है. Plus, of course, water is being formed. Now, you have to quickly tell me in the chat, ये जो equation given है, जहाँ NaOH के साथ reaction हो रहा है to form salt and water, how exactly is this aluminium oxide behaving? Is it behaving like an acid or a base here? You know it's amphoteric, right? It can act like an acid also, it can act like a base also. Quickly in the chat, do let me know, abhi kaise act kar raha hai? Like an acid or like a base? Let's see. And everybody is saying, ma'am, like an acid. You are absolutely right. That's how it's behaving with a base to give you salt and water. So aluminium oxide in this question is acting like an acid. Please remember it's NaAlO2. And agar zinc hota, then it would have been Na2ZnO2. ये दोनों आपको याद रखने हैं. So do not make any mistake. This question is bound to come. किसी ना किसी set में definitely आएगा. And I think it's a very close match, ma'am.
Yes, it is, and everybody see. One more thing I would like to say, even after looking at the first round of questions, right? If you're making mistakes, don't get worried thinking, oh no, now I don't know anything and start panicking. It's okay. Make whatever mistakes you want to make, no, you make here. So that when you're writing your exam, right, you will not repeat those mistakes. Which is why we need you all to be 100% focused when we are teaching. Even if you make it wrong, it's okay, right? It's fine. But please make sure that you are understanding where you have gone wrong. That I think, ma'am, is very, very important, right?
Absolutely. And if the same question will come in your board exam, you will remember this Menti, you will remember what Aishwarya ma'am just told you, you will remember what I am telling you, and then suddenly the correct answer will pop in your head for sure.
Yes. So everybody, please be super, focused today. And I think with that, ma'am, we will move on to the next question, right? Now it's a close tie, 65-63.
You know, they've taken it seriously. We told them we want a tie. They were like, जो हमारे मैम बोलेंगे हम वो करके दिखाएंगे.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, guys, but at the same time, we want all of you to do well, okay? That is always there. So with that,
let's increase. Till now we were getting in 60s, right? Now we are giving you at least 80 of you need to get the answer right. So we don't know what the question is, but 80 of you need to get it right.
Yes.
We'll keep increasing the base value with every question.
Yes. Of course. So with that, everyone, keeping that, right? And yes, you will have a lot of confetti, you will have, snowfall, everything for all of you to keep lightening the mood. And we also need the focus as well. So with that, we'll have a quick look at question number 3. We have 20 questions, so long way to go. So we'll get started with question number 3. On your screens, it's going to be a bio question, okay? Very simple question. A plant with 2 dwarf genes breeds with a plant with 2 tall genes to produce what? Dwarf plants and tall plants in the ratio 1:3. All dwarf plants, all tall plants, or tall plants and dwarf plants in the ratio 3:1. This is very easy. Don't overthink this question. That is all that I will say.
I
Do
think now we
not
can
overthink.
change the base value to 150 for this one.
Yes, we have around 200 in our Menti and close to 280 live watching.
They'll get this one right.
Very good. I think what
Kriti
Kriti ma'am...
वाला ही margin ठीक था.
Haan. They have taken... Kriti ma'am, they are taking your words very, very, to the thing, right? When Kriti ma'am said, let's increase it to 8.
I'm very careful now. I'll think twice before speaking now.
Yes, but good. From 63, it's gone up to 79. So very proud of all of you. But I told you, lot of you will tend to overthink this question. They said 2 dwarf genes. So what is dwarf? Is dwarf a dominant trait or a recessive trait? In the chat, dwarfness that we see in a pea plant is dominant or recessive? Can you tell me? Is it dominant or recessive? In the chat, very quickly. I need the answers fast. Yes, it is recessive. That means that it will only express itself when it is in a similar pair, right? For those of you who told dominant, I'm telling you it is recessive, right? So they're saying 2 dwarf genes. That means 2 are dwarf, TT, small t, right? Now tallness we know is a dominant gene. That means it will be capital T, capital T. Now they're saying one plant is having capital T small t, other one is capital T capital T. They're saying if these two cross, what are we going to get? So basically, what are we going to get in F1? Can you tell me in the chat now? What are we going to get in F1? Are we going to get all tall, or we are going to get tall and dwarf? What are we going to get? Exactly, we are going to get this combination, right? So if you are going to get heterozygous tall, that means capital T and small t, are all plants going to be tall, or are some plants going to be tall and some are going to be small? Yes, all are going to be tall, right? All are tall. Now for those of you who marked, ma'am, tall and dwarf in the ratio 3:1. 3:1 ratio will come in F2. When I take this plant and then cross it again, I will get 3:1, right? So are we clear? Are we clear? And Mannat, yes, dihybrid cross is important for your examination, so learn them well. Are we clear with this, everybody? Give me a quick thumbs up. I told you, don't unnecessarily complicate. It was a very direct question, right? Very simple and easy question. And of course, this is here for you for your understanding, right? F1KN mein you will get heterozygous tall. Very simple and easy. So can we have the updated leaderboard, Vishnu? So 65, and we had around 79 of them who got it right. Yes. Yes, so Vishnu will be updating it soon, but I think, ma'am, we can go to the chemistry question, right?
Yes, absolutely. And guys, don't forget, 80, I told you. And since you're agreeing to whatever I'm saying, I think let me make it 180. बोलने में क्या जाता है? Because they're actually doing whatever I'm saying. So चलो ठीक है. I'm telling you 180, and ma'am, if this time 180 of them, if they get it right, then I'll be extremely careful. बोलने से पहले, let's see.
Yes. So
all right, everyone, let's load the next chemistry question. And ध्यान से सारे options पढ़ेंगे, अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे. Question देखते हैं क्या है. Identify which of the following compounds has OH as the functional group. Is it propanone, propanoic acid, propanol, propanol? ध्यान से देखो.
I would also want to answer.
बहुत ध्यान से options देखो. चलो फटाफट से. आई थिंक ऐश्वर्या मैम इज अबाउट टू गिव द करेक्ट आंसर. तो आई थिंक मैम एक्चुअली ये 5 सेकंड का क्वेश्चन है.
यस.
OH किस में आता है?
दिस इज मैम योर मासूम सा क्वेश्चन.
करेक्ट मासूम सा क्वेश्चन. मैम दे आर एक्चुअली, आई एम टेलिंग यू, आई हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल टुडे बिफोर आई स्पीक एनीथिंग. प्रोपेनॉल, बिल्कुल. अल्कोहल, हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप आपको वहां पे दिख रहा है. उस OL से ही हम समझ जाएंगे कि अल्कोहल ग्रुप की हम बात कर रहे हैं. बिल्कुल सही. अच्छा, प्रोपेनॉन इज द फर्स्ट वन, दैट्स कीटोन, राइट? सेकेंड वन प्रोपेनोइक एसिड, आपका एसिडिक ग्रुप प्रेजेंट है. थर्ड वन यू कैन सी प्रोपेनल, AL, एल्डिहाइड ग्रुप है उसमें. एंड सिर्फ और सिर्फ हमारा जो अल्कोहल है, that will be the correct answer. Functional group में हमेशा याद रखना है, it's an heteroatom और group of heteroatoms जो certain properties जो हैं कहीं ना कहीं दे रहे हैं उस कंपाउंड को. They are giving those properties to that particular compound. तो ये हमेशा जो functional groups हैं उनकी positioning भी आपको पता होनी चाहिए. कौन से flexible है, कौन से बिल्कुल life में flexible नहीं है. We've discussed all of these and these are very very important one. Just let me know in the chat quickly. Alcohol की अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं, is this a flexible functional group or not? I mean, by flexible I mean क्या उसको कहीं पे भी place कर सकते हैं या उसका rigid ही है कि towards the end होना चाहिए या towards the middle होना चाहिए. I mean, if you say it's very flexible. Quickly, come on all of you in the chat. Let's see. Yes, it is flexible. It can be placed anywhere. Alcohols can be placed anywhere. Middle में भी हो सकते हैं, towards the end भी हो सकते हैं. Yes, absolutely right. बिल्कुल. Good everyone. So ये इनका मैम फेवरेट चैप्टर है. सबसे ज्यादा कार्बन वाले चैप्टर से डरते थे और सबसे अच्छा इसी चैप्टर में परफॉर्म करते हैं.
Very good, everybody. Very good. Very proud to see 150 of them have got this right. So it's a proud feeling, ma'am. Chemistry is on the lead now.
Yeah. Ma'am, you can let me know which number I should speak for the biology one. It's coming.
Let's have 150.
150. Chalo. For next question, everyone, our target is 150 correct answers for biology. Question number 5. Let's see.
Yes. So everybody, quickly, question number 5. A lot of you are asking me, ma'am, leaderboard. Leaderboard will come after the 10th question. Okay. And Krebs cycle, see, it's mainly a part of respiration, right? But you don't need to know too much in detail about Krebs cycle at this point, okay? You will learn it anyway 11th grade pace. So don't worry. For now, we are only focusing what is needed for board exam. Code is, we will send it on the chat. So, Sonija, we will be sending it on the chat for those of you who have just joined. Or help your friends out with the code, guys, who are just joining right now, okay? So everyone, question number 5 is going to...
There is one comment in the chat, and the person is saying that Aishwarya ma'am is like, "Mera question aane do, fir dekhna."
So now my question has come, and it's an easy one, but see, little diagram based, so take your time and solve it. You have an image on screen, okay, and this is the image of the female reproductive system. Now looking at this, identify which is the correct, select which of the following statement is correct. Very, very important, right? As you are solving, I am also solving side by side, but it's very simple. Everybody, quickly.
And I think the good part is you will understand the importance of labeling a diagram, because
yes,
you know, we tend to just look at a diagram and feel कि आता है बनाना. You will understand कि यही confusion भी हो जाती है.
Yes. So now, like Kriti ma'am said, labeling here is very important. Very good, everybody.
Ma'am, it's coming out to be true. Every time. I think let's
we'll keep 200
also simultaneously.
Yeah.
200, ma'am. How many are live on Menti right now?
We have 228 live on Menti, so I am sure that we can get 200 correct answers. And well done. I mean, I'm very proud of all of you for doing this correctly. That means you've labeled it correctly and you have identified the parts, right? That is the way you have to do. So we know quickly, for those of you who made some mistakes, you have A, B, C and D, right? So B was ovary, then you had A, which was oviduct, C was vagina, and then D, of course, was uterus. Yes? Now, in most places, if you see, they're saying part D allows fertilization. Option A and B are incorrect. Part D, uterus, does fertilization happen in the uterus? What is the site of fertilization? In the chat, very quickly. What is the site of fertilization in the chat? Where is the site of fertilization, or where does it happen? Quickly, and this is a very commonly asked question also. Yes, very good. It is the fallopian tube or the oviduct, right? So just based on that, you can eliminate option A and B. Do elimination method at all times, the easiest. Very good. Now you have part C, which says that part C carries the egg. Part C is the vagina that receives the sperms, right? B is the one which either releases the egg. So you can eliminate this also, leaving to the fact that correct answer is option C, wherein part B produces the egg. Yes, ovary produces the egg. It is the main reproductive organ. And you have D, which allows implantation, right? So that is why the correct answer here is B and D. B is it produces egg, and D is the site of fertilization. Are we clear, everybody? Quick, give me a quick thumbs up. Are we clear with this question? I understand that most of you got this correctly, right? And don't worry, for those of you who are saying, Ma'am, I'm doing worse in bio, don't worry. By the end of it, you will start feeling more confident, right? So that is our aim. Yes.
Yes. And a lot of them are saying that the explanation is becoming easy, the understanding is becoming easy after the explanation. So I think that's the best part. You keep revising. With every revision, you will feel more and more confident. So even the questions that we are practicing right now, it's a part of your revision only. Towards the end, you will know, say, 20 questions, which you will definitely not get wrong now.
Yes, definitely. So with that, everyone, having that enthusiasm, ma'am, let's move on to question number 6 of chemistry. Are we ready?
Yes. I think I'll choose 120 as the number now. That's my gut feeling for some reason.
Okay.
120. Okay. Heating of ferrous sulfate crystals, they are basically forming compounds P, Q and sulfur dioxide gas. You have to identify what is this P and Q. Is it Fe2O3 and O2? FeO and SO3, Fe2O3 and SO3, FeO and O2. मतलब आप आयरन की कौन सी ऑक्साइड है वो बताओगे, फेरस है, फेरिक है, you have to decide that. Plus you have to decide oxygen गैस बनेगी साथ में सल्फर ट्राइऑक्साइड. So these are the two options, you know, arranged in 4 different options. 2 substances arranged in 4 different options. Come on everyone, बहुत सारा time है. We have done this kind of decomposition reaction. It's clearly mentioned कि हम heat कर रहे हैं. And I've told you this is a very very important equation. I could have chosen 150, but yeah, I'm happy. Very good, all of you. 153 of you could actually figure out that we're talking about ferrous sulfate heptahydrate. When we heat it from the hydrated air, first we'll clap for all of you. Yes. So ferrous sulfate heptahydrate, initially you will notice that it's green in color. Right? When you heat it, it becomes anhydrous ferrous sulfate. Then you further heat it, you can see that you have reddish brown ferric oxide that is being formed. Sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, these two colorless suffocating gases are also being formed. SO2 दे दिया था आपको, sulfur trioxide पूछा था, and ferric oxide पूछा था, which you have correctly marked. So very well done. Just quickly let me know in the comment section whether this type of decomposition is thermal or is it photolytic or is it electrolytic. किस type का है? क्या लगता है किस type का decomposition है? I think the question that I'm saying, you can already see the answer on the screen. आपको दिख रहा है answer screen पे.
Yes,
Very
and I think
good.
ma'am
I think
stressed
whenever
on
they
this
give a
in the
unanimous
beginning
answer, I'm
also.
happy. Yeah. Good, all of you. It's thermal decomposition reaction because it's happening in the presence of heat. So remember this point as well, because sometimes they give us a 1 marker question, any question that you need to write as a thermal decomposition. So very well done, all of you. Good going. And let's keep sticking to the number of students we are telling you will get the answer right. And this time, ma'am, I'm making it 160 for the biology question.
Yes.
160, come on, all of you, Baka, 160.
Ma'am, chemistry is high on the lead. You were saying, ma'am, history of chemistry is not so good, but I think looks like today the tables might turn. Looks like chemistry is on the lead in the beginning itself. You've got a good head start. But it's, see, nonetheless, right, at the end of the day, whoever wins, we are very happy because it's all about you guys learning. Yes? So I think, ma'am, having the learning Josh, we shall move to the next question.
Yes, come on, all of you. Of course, we both want all of you to get the next question right. Dhyan se badho, question B, option B, and over to you, ma'am, for the question.
Yes, so everybody, question number 7, focus on your screens now, okay? So this is also this is an easy question, don't overcomplicate it again. A sketch of the stomatal apparatus is given alongside the parts 1, 2, 3 and 4, and they were labeled differently by 4 students. Which is the correct labeling? You have 45 seconds for this question. Very easy. Very easy. Please, please don't overcomplicate it. Okay? Overthinking sometimes, ma'am, makes us make silly mistakes, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we tend to think कि easy question तो नहीं ही दिया होगा, and then we kind of overthink. Easy question दिया है, and board maybe you will get a mix of questions. Some of them would be very easy, some of them would be application based. So don't overthink in any of the questions.
Yes. And some of you are saying, ma'am, elimination method. If you've used elimination method, I'm very proud of you for this. Well done, Kriti ma'am. You were on spot. 150 odd people have got this right.
So, you know, one exam is going there and one exam is going here. When I'm choosing a number and I'm like, sahi aa jaye, sahi aa jaye.
Yes. So everyone, most of you have got this right, because if you see, this was the diagram, right? So I don't really have another slide where it is there. But see, the first part that was labeled was the guard cell, and we know guard cells are those bean-shaped cells which are there. Then in the inside, we know that guard cells, being cells, they will have nucleus. So that is your part number 2. Then your part number 3 pointed out to stoma, which is the stomatal opening, right, through which gaseous exchange takes place. Leaving you the last part, which is pointing to tiny, tiny structures, which is part number 4, that is chloroplast, right? So in this case, if you see, the correct labeling is guard cell, nucleus, stoma, and chloroplast. Are we all clear with this, everybody? Are we clear? Give me a quick thumbs up, and we're moving on to the chemistry question. Yes? Okay, yes, 3 more questions and then leaderboard. Exactly. Very good. And
I'm
everyone...
sure I started with this only. 10 more questions than leaderboard. 9 more questions than leaderboard.
Yeah, they're very excited for leaderboard. But sadly, you have to wait till the 10th one.
It's oxygen for them.
Yes. And yes, like Kriti ma'am says, no halwa question. This is a halwa question. After a very long time, bio mein halwa question has come.
And the preparation part is so good that all of them have got it right. Like most of them could get the answer right. And I'm sure the rest of you have understood where you made a mistake. So be ready with a pen and paper. Likhte raho saath saath mein. And let's load the next chemistry question. And ma'am, this time my guess is 180.
Yes. I'm also a true
मुझे लगा
believer
मैं
that
अपनी अलग ही गेम खेल रही हूँ साथ में.
it's okay. I'm like the moderator everywhere for all of this.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Question number 8 on your screens. Now, let's see what the question is asking all of you. Identify which of the compounds is an alkene. We've done hydrocarbons, right? You have to figure out 4 options में से which is the one that is an alkene. C4H10, C5H10, C3H4, C5H8. Come on, everyone. 180 is the target and you better get this one right because I think general formulas हमने करे हुए हैं. You just have to apply the correct general formula. And out of everything, alkene का तो it's the easiest. And very good. I think with every question we are having a new highest number.
Yes, we are. And 160 of you have got this right. Ma'am, yes, you were totally, absolutely correct. Carbon and compounds are their favorite.
Yeah, they are getting such questions completely right every time. Very good, all of you. Very good. We had pentene in option B. So, the first one we have is a butane. It's an alkane, right? The second one, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms, pentene with a double bond. That is what you had to identify. Alkene. That is something carbon-carbon ke beech mein double bond. The next one is a propyne. YNE, triple bond, alkyne. Then, what do we have? Then we have pentyne. 5 carbon with a triple bond. So, the correct answer was, of course, your alkene. You just had to figure out CnH2n किसके formula में actually में correctly put हो रहा है. So, C5H10. This was, in this case, N was equal to 5. So, very well done. बहुत अच्छी बात है. You people remember all the general formulas. And you know, such questions are actually repeatedly coming in the exam, ma'am. ये इतनी बार आता है. They are given a list of compounds and they have to identify alkenes or alkynes or alkanes out of this. So I'm sure if such a question comes in your set, you will smile and you will mark the correct answer for sure.
Yes. And of course, yes, I know all of you want the next question, but I'm sure that now conceptually, see, we are spending time because along with Menti, as much as you enjoy, you know, making sure you mark the answer correct, conceptual clarity should be there. And I think, ma'am, they are rocking it in chemistry and I guess let's also now rock it in bio, right?
Yes. Come on, everyone. Last 2 questions before the leaderboard. Not the last 2 of the session.
Yes, we have 2 more questions and then your first leaderboard comes and then we have 10 more, okay? So everyone, we'll pick up the pace a little and of course, question number 9, everybody, on your screens, quickly. Okay. Take your time with this. Is very simple. 2 slides were given to A and B and they were identified by 4 students. 1, 2, 3 and 4. There is something in slide A, something in slide B and they have identified it as 1, 2, 3 and 4. You need to identify who has identified the slides correctly. So A has something in it, B has something in it. I am not saying what is what. So you have 2 steps. Figure out what is A and B, then figure out who has done it correctly amongst 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is halwa question only. It's not very tough. Looks like many steps, but nothing is there in it. Trust me.
160 is my guess. 160 of them will get this right.
I'm also very hopeful.
Come on, everyone. Masoom sa question hai. No misclicks, no tukka. Just apply the concept. Oh, I'm so happy to be wrong. Our new highest number is there. 197.
Yes, very happy to see 197 of you have got this correctly. So very, very proud. So you know, right? A was showing, it was basically A and B were steps of binary fission. Yes, and student number 1 was the one who identified the binary fission steps in budding. So again, remember one thing, okay, and that is your key thing to always remember, the difference between budding. Now in budding, like what you observe in hydra, right, we know that there's difference in genetic material, but there's kind of like, what do you say, the bud is very small. But there, if you see, splitting of the parent cell was happening, and you're getting daughter cells who look identical to the parent, which is something we observe in the case of fission, right? Which is why the correct answer is 1. Option number, the person, student 1 identified it correctly. Yes? So very good, everybody. Very good. And I think with this, ma'am,
the leaderboard effect.
Yes, it's the leaderboard effect. Yes, and Abhinav is like, ma'am, I predicted that Kriti ma'am's prediction will be wrong.
I'm happily wrong in this question because I think we are near 200 students getting an answer right. So we are super proud of each one of you. The ones who got the answer right, the ones who got the answer wrong, but they've learned something out of this. So keep working hard this way, and on this note, let's see what's going to be the next question for all of you. Question number 10, guys. It's going to be an important question क्योंकि इसके बाद हम आपको दिखाएंगे first leaderboard.
Yes.
So let's see what the question is. चलो everyone, फटाफट से. Which of the following statements about the given reaction are correct? You have an equation. MnO2 HCl के साथ रिएक्ट कर रहा है, MnCl2 H2O Cl2 बन रहा है. ध्यान से इक्वेशन देखो. MnO2 is reduced, HCl is oxidized, MnO2 is oxidized, HCl is reduced. Basically, घबराना नहीं है, फिगर आउट करो कौन सा सब्सटेंस ऑक्सीडाइज हो रहा है, कौन सा सब्सटेंस रिड्यूस हो रहा है. खुद ब खुद 2 ऑप्शंस एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे. I think this question has a 50-50 lifeline in it. Come on, everyone. Redox. We've done it like n number of times now. And but you really can't apply the trick. I've told you a trick ना कि reactant side देखना है, वो आप apply नहीं कर पाओगे because हमने options ही सारे ऐसे दे दिए. Oh, awesome! 159 of you are. So it's a redox reaction where oxidation and reduction that's happening simultaneously. एक साथ हो रहा है. MnO2 से oxygen हट रही है. It's getting removed. It's getting reduced to MnCl2. Meanwhile अगर आप HCl को देखो, उससे hydrogen remove हो रही है. So hydrogen का removal is oxidation. So HCl is getting oxidized to Cl2. फटाफट से मुझे चार्ट में बता दो oxidizing agent कौन सा है. You have the answers on the screen. You just have to interpret the answer now. Oxidizing agent. Come on everyone, and let me get one single answer in the chat now. Which is the oxidizing agent? Is it MnO2? Is it HCl? And everybody is saying that it is oxidizing agent. I'm saying, not the substance oxidized. Oxidizing agent. MnO2, very good, very good. That's the oxidizing agent. It's basically the substance that is getting reduced. Correct. Good all of you, good all of you. कुछ बच्चे HNO3 लिख रहे हैं, वो तो है ही नहीं इक्वेशन में. कौन सी इक्वेशन देख रहे हो? Oh, this question was there in your question paper. See, this is what we keep telling you. The entire team is working so very hard to give you the most probable questions. मतलब अच्छे से पूरा survey करके they come up with questions which are most probable, जो बार-बार repeatedly exams में आ रहे हैं. And as most of you are saying, you have already got this question in some of your school exam. That means this is a very important equation. And all the questions that we are discussing with you are super important from the exam point of view. Aishwarya ma'am, let's do one thing. Let's give them a target of 300 likes before we show them the first leaderboard.
Yes.
Because
so how many likes do we have?
They will hit the like.
Yes. How many? Ma'am, this is 9 Safi. We have around 280 live watching and 190 likes only on our video. So ma'am, I think before we show the leaderboard, let's everybody quickly like the video, right? Hit that like button. We have almost 293 live watching. So very quickly everybody make sure that you like this video. Yes. Now,
300 likes.
yes. So here Vishnu sir is
Not
telling
that they're
us.
taking my number seriously.
Yes, everyone. So quickly, Vishnu sir will keep telling us as soon as we hit 300.
And I think, ma'am, the best part is they always keep saying कि मैम ये तो fixed होता है कि कौन सा subject जीतेगा. You can see it for yourself, everyone, that the scores are so near. मतलब it's such a close match. That means your science preparation as a whole is really good.
Yes.
So अच्छी बात है आपकी chemistry, biology, everything is very sorted. And I'm sure physics भी बिल्कुल sorted है because we have to rock in this subject. Science में बहुत अच्छे marks लाने हैं.
Yes, exactly. Ma'am, they're like, ma'am, 287 pe reh gaye. Oh, it's okay. But guys, ma'am, time is precious. Time is precious. We know. That's why we're going to pace it up a little more. Don't worry. But everybody, quickly, if we make sure you share this video with all of your friends. Make sure that you all go ahead, like this video, right? We will also go. I will also go and like this video right away. Yes, done. Kriti ma'am has also liked the video from her end. So quickly, please make sure that you go ahead. See, we need 10 more likes and we'll be done. I think, ma'am, we hit from 190, we've gone to 290. I think we made a drastic jump. So we'll show them the leaderboard, right?
Done. We can definitely show the leaderboard now.
Yes. So let's see what the first leaderboard says. Okay. So we see that Srihari PS is the fastest. Then we have Deepika, Bishal, Vaishnavi, Arya, chemistry is the best. Priyanshu, Menti King, Sanmukh Singh. Then I have Shrishti, then Gauri, Ayushi in our top 10, ma'am.
Awesome, all of you. And I want all of you to write down your own ranks in the chat. Fatafat se do let us know. And of course, do let us know कि 10 questions में से how many questions did you get right? कई बार क्या होता है, we know the answer, but we are just analyzing the answer for a bit longer time, and we take some time to mark the answer, and that's why the rank goes down. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we are learning with every question. We are trying to get it right. Speed से ज़्यादा accuracy is important. Always remember that. फटाफट गलत आंसर दे दिया, nobody is going to be happy about it. धीरे से अच्छे से सही आंसर दो.
And see, irrespective of whatever your rank is, right? Like ma'am said, it's important that you learn. At the end of the day, it is all about learning. And don't worry, it's going to be there with physics and bio. It's going to be there with, we'll have chemistry, physics. You will have with maths. You will have SST. You'll have the revision that you need for your pre-boards. But whenever you come for these Menti quizzes, come prepared. Do the learning. It's okay, whatever the mistakes are going to be. It's all about learning in all of these classes, right? Yes. All right. So, ma'am, I think now that our leaderboard is there, we'll do a little bit more fast pace for the next 10 questions.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone, now you know the drill.
Yeah.
By now you know the drill. You know, alternately we'll have biology and chemistry questions coming up, and at least now ma'am has set 197 ka target. So at least 197 of you need to get the answer right. Come on, everyone. Let's have a very much, I would say, energetic second half. Better than the first one. Come on. And let's have the next question.
So before I go to the next bio question, quick reminder, if you all have friends who are in 9th grade, 8th grade, your siblings who are in younger grades, quick reminder for spoken English classes, because if you know some of them who might be feeling they're struggling a little bit with their spoken English, you can tell them that, hey, BYJU'S has this program where, of course, for $9.99, yes, it's a paid program, but in 2 months at their own space, they will be able to make their English better, right? And at their own comfort zone. And I think, ma'am, this course is definitely helpful. A lot of our students have already told us that it helps them, right?
Yes, we've already got positive feedback for the same. And in fact, you try it for yourself. यहाँ पे अब जब आप खुद ट्राई करोगे, you will understand that this is a very safe environment for you to learn. And जब environment अच्छा होता है, opportunity अच्छी होती है, हम फटाफट learn कर लेते हैं. You people are already rock stars. You'll pick up really quick. So go ahead. It's at a discounted price. You can see it. It's for 999 rupees only. The link is shared with you in the description box. So go ahead and day-to-day interactions में और confident हो जाओ.
Yes. And everyone, with that, question number 11. All right, yes. All right. Guess, thank you so much. Right, Wali ma'am? Yes, my name is Aishwarya. I think you're very new, so just letting you know. But everyone, question number 11 on your screen. Yes, I hope all of you are ready for this. Now, this is also going to be a diagram-based question. Now, the diagram here represents the part of the human circulatory system. Where is the blood pressure going to be the highest? So you have 3 blood vessels labeled A, B, C and D, and you need to identify where it will be the highest. So quickly everyone in the chat, I need to see the answers. Mark it on Menti and then let me know in the chat also. But this is a Laddu question, very simple it is.
I think they've taken the 197 number very seriously.
Highest after
I
getting...
think ऐसे ये लोग डर रहे हैं diagram based questions के. It's actually very scoring.
Yeah. It's the simplest of them all. Diagram looks scary. I think, ma'am, even in chemistry, they're the scoring ones, right?
Yeah.
Well done, everybody. Well done. 143 of you have got this correctly. So good, good. And I know some of you are asking me, ma'am, how exactly, what is this that is there? See. Yes, thank you. So now, when you're talking about blood pressure being the highest, right? Blood pressure is highest in artery or in vein? Can you tell me? Blood pressure is highest in artery or in vein? Tanishk has given me the answer.
Arteries.
Yes.
I'm saying artery. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes, you are. Very good. So arteries have higher pressure because arteries are blood vessels which transport blood away from the heart, right? And the heart is the pump that is pumping the blood. So pressure in the arteries are higher, which means your veins are eliminated, right? Your vena cava is eliminated. Then pulmonary vein also you can eliminate because pulmonary vein is bringing the blood from lungs to heart. So blood pressure is already very low. Now you are left with pulmonary artery and aorta. Now here, if you compare pulmonary artery and aorta, pulmonary artery arises from the right ventricle, aorta from the left. And we know that the left ventricle is more muscular because at the end of the day, it has to pump oxygenated blood to different parts of the body. So in this case, if you see, blood pressure is highest in aorta, which is why the correct answer is option B, aorta. Okay. Now somebody was asking me, ma'am, what is vena cava? Vena cava is the largest, it's one among the largest, so I would say one among the largest veins that are there that transport deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body. Right? So I hope all of you are clear with this question. This was very simple, Masoom sa question, right? Yes, all right.
I think this is from life processes chapter, right?
Yes. And life process is a very scoring chapter also.
Yeah. And the best part is you're revising literally all the diagrams through these questions. So I think ये diagrams में ही confuse होते हैं and वो clarity आपको आज के session में पक्का मिल जाएगी.
Yes, exactly. Ma'am, I would like to take a quick question. Tricuspid is on which side? Tricuspid is on right side. Okay. Bicuspid on left side. Okay. So ma'am, with this, shall we jump into the next chemistry question?
Absolutely, ma'am. Let's go ahead and solve the next question. And this time we are not making any guess because we know अब तुम लोगों ने जो margin है वो बहुत अच्छा set कर दिया है, base value बहुत अच्छी set कर दी है. Now we are good to go. Now we are not making any more guesses.
Yes.
All right, let's see. What's the question? Which of the following options is correct regarding the soap molecule given below? Now you know the concept, you know it right. Please read the options carefully. X is hydrophilic, Y is hydrophobic, X is hydrophilic, Y is hydrophilic. X is hydrophobic, Y is hydrophobic, X is hydrophobic, Y is hydrophilic. ध्यान से चारों options read करो. तुम्हारे favorite chapter से है. Now even Aishwarya ma'am knows that carbon तुम्हें बहुत अच्छे से आता है.
Yes.
You can't let both of us down now. तो अगर ये गलत किया तो both of us will not be happy. Good attempt everyone, because you know ma'am, for such a question na, I think
Yes.
the this was the most probable question for a silly mistake. क्योंकि
Yes.
इन्होंने X and Y की positioning शायद नहीं देखी.
And ma'am, hydrophilic,
So guys-
hydrophobic is always like, you know, it's a, I would say when we are in the 10th grade, right? That's something which is a little confusing. Like it takes a while to adjust and go. I mean, to think what is what. It takes a while.
Correct. So I think let's make it easy for you. Phobia means fear, right? डर होना, किसी चीज का डर होना, जिससे डर होता है, we tend to move away from it. So hydrophobic would mean trying to go away from water. Phobia है पानी का, दूर जा रहे हैं. Phil means love. We all know Phil means love. So hydrophilic would try to interact with water. Now you can see in the given diagram, Y is the head. That is hydrophilic, that's interacting with water. X is the tail, that is hydrophobic. It's going to interact with oil. And they will form a wonderful structure which you will tell me in the chat when they arrange themselves, when they orient themselves around the dirt. What are they forming? क्या form करते हैं? They are saying they have maths phobia. तुम्हें phobia का मतलब समझ आ गया? सारा chemistry में apply करो बस. Missile! Yes, they will be forming missile, and when we agitate, the oily dirt gets detached. So ये working है soap की. I know where you made a mistake. You just took X to be the head. That is where you made a mistake. So be very careful. Round होता है ना head. इस way में याद कर लो. So the circle part is the head. So this way I think you will not forget this.
Yes. And of course, everybody take your time with these kind of questions, right? Because these are very, very important. This requires you to take a minute, step back and think, right? And ma'am, in this gap, I would like to take one quick question which Pooja has been asking for a very long time on pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood, and it is the only artery in our body that transports deoxygenated blood, okay? Yes. So ma'am, I think if you look at the scoreboard, there's a difference of 10 points between chemistry and biology.
Oh, I just noticed, ma'am. I think it's becoming, it's like a proper match that's happening, and
Yes.
anything can happen in the second half.
Exactly.
कुछ भी हो सकता है, but the good part is we are going together.
Yes, and of course at the end of the day, see, Kriti ma'am and I are very happy, right? If it is so close by, that means now you guys are slowly doing your science, I mean your chemistry biology revision together. So we are very, very happy to see this. And of course everybody is very excited for the next question. So quickly I am going to jump into question number 13, everybody, on your screens, right? Let's have a look at what question number 13 is. This is on a question on dihybrid cross, so take your time, okay? If a round green seed, pea plant, is crossed with wrinkled yellow, the seeds produced in F1 is what? I will tell you again. Don't overthink. Very easy peasy this is. Very easy peasy. They've given you genotype
such a
also.
question, I think 10 minutes back.
Yes. See, in
So
that
you have a chance to learn from your mistake.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. See, they've given you a clue also. In the question only, they've given you the genotype. Well done, everybody. Well done, right? So I'm very proud of all of you. You've got it correctly, and around 117 of you have got it correctly. Yes, lot of confetti again coming on us. So quickly, you have round. So here this is dihybrid. That means two characteristics are being used. So you have this, and then you have this, which is, this is round and green, and this is wrinkled and yellow. So what will be the gametes that I will get for this one? This is my small y, okay? Looks like big Y, but my write like that, so I'm going to write it properly. What are the gametes for parent 1 in the chat? Quickly. Yes? Math phobia. Guys, nobody should be having phobia of math or any subject at this point. Board exams are close by, right? Yes, very good. What is the gametes that we are going to get? Yes, so we are going to get this. Now what about for parent 2? What are the gametes we are going to get for parent 2? Very quickly. Parent 1, you have told me, it is capital R, small y. Other one, what are we going to get? Exactly. So we are going to get this. Which means when I cross these two, I'm going to get this combination, right? And if I get this combination, what is dominant here? Round is dominant. What is dominant in this case? Yellow is dominant. And both are in heterozygous condition. That means at the end of it, I'm going to get round and yellow. For all my kids who told me green, are we clear with why it is round and yellow? Are we clear? Are we clear, everyone? Give me a quick thumbs up. Ma'am, F2 generation. See, F2 of this, you will get 16 offsprings, right? If I self this, then I'm going to get 16 offsprings, which will have multiple 4 combinations that are there. So that is why you have at the end of it 9 is to 6 is to 6 is to 1, right? That is what you get. 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. Sorry, oh, wrong. Yes, 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. So are we clear? I said 6 by mistake, but yes. Okay. Very good. That is the phenotypic ratio. Exactly. That is F2 phenotype. What is selfing? Selfing is when I take the same offspring. So if I get RRYY and I cross it with the same genotype. That is what I mean by selfing. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay, everybody. Very good. So I can see a lot of questions and ma'am, they're very eager for the chemistry question.
I have 2 7s in chemistry, you have 2 8s in biology.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, everyone. Question number 14. It's a chemistry question. And let's see what is the question. Okay. The question says, which of the following processes are endothermic in nature? Evaporation of water, burning of methane, respiration, sublimation of camphor. Be very careful because in the options you will notice a single option is also there or a combination of 2 is also mentioned. So be very, very careful. You need to know the meaning of endothermic. If you know that, you will definitely arrive at the correct answer. You will land on the correct answer if and only if you know what is endothermic. And I think for some reason I feel they might feel that time is less for this question.
Yes.
Because I think they had to figure out and mark and read everything. So हो सकता है इस question में आपको time कम लगाओ. Endothermic, energy is required, energy is needed. Now the first option was evaporation. Say suppose we have water and we want to evaporate water, right? Liquid से gas में भेजना है तो energy चाहिए ना? You require energy, you require heat. It's endothermic for sure. Next, you have burning of CH4, burning of methane, that's combustion reaction. So CH4 का जब आप methane का reaction oxygen से कराओगे, carbon dioxide will be released, water would be there, a lot of heat would also be released. So that is exothermic. Heat is exiting when there is combustion of methane that's happening. Respiration, we have glucose that's actually combining with oxygen to give you carbon dioxide, water, and again energy. Respiration, see, we get energy, right? So that process is also exothermic. Energy is released. It is exiting. Last option, sublimation. See, somewhere first and last option, they are interconnected. We are ultimately going to the gaseous state. Sublimation of camphor. What happens in sublimation? A substance is getting converted directly from a solid to a gas. कैसे होगा? Heat दोगे तभी होगा ना? Energy would be required for that. So again, that is endothermic. So evaporation of water, sublimation of camphor. These two options, we require energy for the substance to convert to the gaseous state. So these two were the endothermic processes. Since a lot of you got this one wrong, quickly let me know in the chat, is this question clear to you? Ma'am, how is evaporation endothermic? See, endothermic means that we require energy for the reaction to take place, right? Now, evaporation अगर हो रहा है, that means liquid से कहाँ जा रहा है? Gaseous state में जा रहा है substance. Even say suppose I've spilled water on the ground. Now, for this water to be converted into water vapor, there is some kind of heat energy, sun rays होगी. कुछ तो heat energy required होगी to convert this. So that makes it endothermic. Ma'am, I clicked on the wrong option, but I knew the right one. Yeah. That's okay, that's okay. All right, everyone. Remember, for burning of methane or for burning as a whole, when we talk about combustion reactions, they are exothermic. उसमें energy release होती ही होती है. So I hope you've understood where you've marked the answer wrong. Good, all of you. Aditi, just ma'am, one small doubt I'll take. Decomposition reactions are generally endothermic in nature, but when we talk about decomposition of vegetable matter, that is exothermic. Okay. Chemistry is full of exceptions. We always keep writing usually, generally, mostly, to be very safe. We are always on the safer side by mentioning.
I'd like to add bios the same. Always there are exceptions everywhere. So that also, almost all are this way. Most of it is that. I think, ma'am, we are on the same boat.
Yeah, so science is exceptionally interesting because of this.
Yes, definitely. And ma'am, actually there's one question that, I can see two questions, very interesting questions which I saw from two students. One is on, ma'am, if I cross violet flower. So those two questions, I'll tell you what are the questions and I'll give the answer towards the end because a lot of our students are also, waiting. Homozygous, heterozygous, Jamadar, I'll explain towards the end of the session if you don't mind. Secondly, if we cross violet and white flower, will we get an intermediate? That also I will explain in the end of the session, okay? Because if I start explaining that, I might need a little more time. So I'll not spend too much time, but in the end, I will explain it. Up until then, you guys just stay tuned for the next question. So ma'am, I hope you are all clear with this, right? Are we all clear with this particular question, ma'am? I think there are a lot of doubts on endothermic and exothermic.
Yes, I hope this question is clear. And yes, Lokan, first and fourth reaction, they are physical changes. Because there is no new substance that is being formed in these, right? All right, let's move on to the next question.
Yes, so question number 15, everybody. And see, any more doubts that you might have, don't worry, stay till the end and maybe we can take like 5 minutes of doubts, whatever we are able to clear in 5 minutes, because we know when we say we'll clear your doubts, you will bombard us with doubts. So don't worry, we are going to have more and more classes where you can ask us specific directed doubts. But nonetheless, for now, we're going to move on to question number 15. Okay, everybody, quickly. Question number 15 on your screens. So this is an assertion reason question and it's very simple. Assertion says that pyramid of energy can never be inverted. Reason being that when energy flows from one trophic level to the next, some energy is always lost as heat. This is very simple and easy. We are talking about pyramid of energy. Use the concept of 10% law. I am not speaking more. Because if I tell more than this, I'll give
ma'am is about to prompt the answer.
Yeah. Very good, everybody. Very good. But 59 of you got confused in this. See, what is pyramid of energy? Can you tell me what do you understand by pyramid of energy? What is it that you understand? In simple words. I don't want very heavy biological definition, right? What is pyramid of energy? Very simple it is. Yes, very easy question. Yes, trophic levels, okay. Ma'am, food chain, 4 degrees, I have not read yet. Okay, it's from our environment, right? Energy between different levels or transfer of energy. Exactly. So you know, right? Pyramid of energy or the base is mainly, it has, so technically if you look at your food chain has your producer, your consumer, your decomposer, right? And in your consumer, you have primary, secondary, tertiary. So when you get arrange them in how the energy flows in a food chain, you get the pyramid of energy, right? Now, if you look at the base, what do you observe? Your base is filled with your producers, okay? And your top, the tip that is there, has your tertiary consumers. Now, can you ever invert it? Can energy start from a tertiary consumer? Yes or no? Can a consumer give energy? Yes or no? Can a consumer give energy? Yes. No, they can't. No, their name is consumer. They consume. That means that producer will convert, or they use the light energy or the solar energy. They will convert it into chemical energy. Only plants have that ability, or photosynthetic organisms which produce their own one. And then it will go to one consumer to the next, and at each level 10% is lost. So we know that when energy flows from one level to the another, some amount of energy is always lost. So can we make it inverted? No, we cannot. Why? Because we know that at each level some amount of energy is lost and it needs to go from producer to consumer, right? Ma'am, what if someone consumes? If tertiary consumer die, they will give energy to producers. See, they will not give energy. If a tertiary consumer dies, will the producer directly take it? What is the producer's raw material? You take photosynthesis. Raw material is carbon dioxide. Decomposition of a tertiary, let's assume if decomposition happens, your decomposers are coming into the picture. Carbon dioxide is coming in another manner, right? So in this case, if you see, you need to understand that. Ma'am, do plant-based food give more energy? See, that is very tricky because when you talk about plant-based, what gives you energy? It is your glucose. So glucose content, if you see plant-based food, of course plants make glucose. There are a lot of other components as well, right? But mainly for a herbivore that is there, the main source of energy is your plant-based food. So are we all clear with this, everyone? Are we clear? Ma'am, energy cannot, see the reason, if you look back to it, I'll go back. Reason is that when energy flows from one to the next, some energy is always lost. Exactly. So like you said, it should be that energy cannot go backwards. That should be the optimal reason. But in this case, if you see, it one way you can tell, right? At every level, it needs to go in a proper trophic level. So we can say that. It's not entirely wrong. Ma'am, can't we call the sun? No, sun is not in part of trophic level. It starts with producers, okay? So that is very, very important. Alright? So I guess with this, I hope all of you are clear. Ma'am, biomagnification, I want to explain biomagnification, but it will take me some amount of time. So we will do it when we do the longer session. So don't worry about it, okay? Alright, so ma'am, I'm handing it over to you for the chemistry question.
Alright. So, Joshika, I'll quickly take your doubt in why it can be with or without options. Depends, it varies from school to school. Don't worry about that. And yes, Sushant, ma'am, Sushant is saying, we just had a 4-hour session. Why are the answers coming wrong? So I think I completely agree with you, Sushant. We better get this answer right now. All right, everyone. Next question, that is question number 16. देखते हैं क्या है question. Let's load the question and let's give our best. No silly mistakes. Oh, it's a very nice question. Identify the correct electron dot structure of magnesium chloride. 4 very close options are given to you in case you're not able to see on Menti due to whatever reason. फटाफट से come on YouTube, look at the options, go back on Menti and mark. सब में magnesium है, सब में chloride है, but there is a difference, there is a slight difference in the charges that you see that are being mentioned on the screen. I hope you got sufficient time to solve this one. Oh, that's a perfect 100.
Yes, and well done everybody. That was, ma'am, that was not an easy question at all for the students. It was quite a tricky one.
Yes, so very close options were given to you. All you need to remember is the atomic number. Based on that, you would actually know the electronic configuration. Now, when we talk about magnesium, 12 is the atomic number, right? We clap for you first. We always forget and then we are reminded that we need to clap for you in every question. Alright, coming back to magnesium with atomic number 12. So, it's 282. Magnesium is losing 2 electrons. So if you lose 2 electrons, the charge would be Mg2+. That's why with magnesium, you had to choose 2+. Now coming to chlorine with atomic number 17, 287, which means it requires 1 more electron. Now, you see that dot over there, that's the 1 electron. It's actually gaining from magnesium. But in this case, we require 2 such chlorine atoms. That is why outside the bracket, you see a 2. So this becomes MgCl2. So basically, magnesium is giving 2 electrons and 2 chlorine atoms are ready to accept 1 electron each. And that is how it's becoming Mg2+ and Cl- whole twice. So I hope that is absolutely clear why we have marked this. Yes, is it clear to all of you? Favorite chapter question, is it? Good to know that. Is it clear for the ones who've made mistake? I hope you've understood where you made a mistake. I knew but took time to observe, yeah. This I can actually agree with you because all the options were very, very, confusing. Awesome. I can see a lot of yes in the chat. Good that you've understood. Some of them are saying we are late for the class. Don't worry, you can always go back, watch the class again, note down the questions again. But now, just figure out the answers for the upcoming questions. पहले आगे का quiz solve करो, then you can always go back.
Yes, definitely. And of course, it will be in an easy way. So when you're watching it again much later, maybe post the quiz, you can pause the video, try to solve it yourself, and maybe fast forward and see what the correct answer is.
Yes. Okay, somebody is asking what is, okay, this is Pushpa. Ma'am, what is thermite reaction? See, in thermite reaction, we have Fe2O3 and it's reacting with aluminium. And you know that this displacement reaction would definitely take place. So, aluminium oxide would be formed and iron would be displaced. So, it will be separate. Now, this reaction is highly exothermic due to which the iron that we get is in the molten form and that's why it's used for welding. So, this is what is thermite reaction. I think that is clear to all of you.
Ma'am, I think Arya has a question on esterification also. I think there's a lot of questions coming your way.
So whenever we have, again, carbon chapter, I think that's the one that's they're liking also and getting confused also. Whenever we have alcohol reacting with an acid, esters are being formed, the sweet smelling substances, you know, the flavoring substances or the ones that we're using in perfume. So that reaction where esters are being formed by the reaction of alcohol with an acid, that is esterification. All right, yes, sweet smelling substances. Saponification is the alkaline hydrolysis. Reverse kar do.
I also remember it
All
as
right.
soap forming reaction, ma'am. I hope is that the right way to remember it?
Yeah, so saponification is actually the soap forming reaction. It's the alkaline hydrolysis of esters.
Yes. So everybody, I hope all of you all are clear now.
Yes. Let's rock it, they are saying. Chalo, let's rock the next question then.
Yes, we'll quickly move on. I do know. So everybody, by 8:30 we'll be winding it up. Don't worry. We just have 3 more questions. We will wind it up very, very soon. Hasmita, yes. After the session, I will tell you how to calculate flow of energy. Okay, don't worry about it. So question number 17, everyone. Quickly, we'll go fast now for the bio questions. Ozone layer, easy peasy. Halwa question. I'm telling you, Kriti ma'am will also have her eyes on this question. Okay. Ozone layer is present in which layer of the atmosphere? Troposphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, or stratosphere?
How many kids do we have now?
We have few people joining Menti. I can see only 148, 150. I think they're joining Menti now. So around 150, 160 students.
Can I give them 50-50? Last 2 options में से सोचो.
Yes, very good.
Helping them.
No, ma'am, it's okay. This is a very simple one, right? We've been learning about air and atmosphere and layers of the atmosphere. And see, most often than not, you get confused between troposphere and stratosphere. But mainly, we know that the ozone layer is closer to the stratosphere. And we know that ozone is necessary because it protects us from the harmful UV rays, right? So, we know that that is where the ozone is produced. Very simple, easy, halwa question. I'm not going to spend too much time here. We know the answer to this. Bioscore is stuck. Okay, Bioscore will get updated. Don't worry. Oh, it became 1000. Can we decrease the font?
So what we can do is, we can write bio as B-I-O and chem as C-H-E-M and then we'll get space for the numbers.
Yes. Can we do that, Vishnu? Vishnu sir is working on it, ma'am.
Ma'am, your score has become 90.
Where did the 1 go, Vishnu? It's okay. Yes, it's okay. We know it's 1090 and ma'am's score will also reach 1000 very soon. So ma'am, I think we'll go on to yours as well now.
Yes. Chalo.
So question number 18, everyone.
Fix the scores, guys. Don't worry. Meanwhile, we can always explore the next question. The pH of 3 solutions A, B and C are given below. Oh, guys, everyone, pH is given to you and you have to mention the correct increasing order of their hydrogen ion concentration. Solution A, pH 10. Solution B, pH 1.2. Solution C, pH 2.2. This is a question which checks your entire knowledge of chemistry and maths. Chemistry in terms of pH, maths in terms of increasing, decreasing. Come on, don't get confused here. You know, ma'am, why 46 of them marked? Because somewhere it's just the opposite of option D. A, C, B का बिल्कुल उल्टा B, C, A. Because I think what they've understood, increasing, decreasing का नहीं आपने यहाँ पे ढंग से इस चीज को समझा. नहीं, first option, sorry, A, C, B, A, वहाँ पे increasing, decreasing नहीं समझा. And कुछ बच्चों ने pH and hydrogen and concentration का नहीं समझा. Okay, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. इस क्वेश्चन में बहुत कुछ था समझने के लिए. ध्यान से देखते हैं कि हमें क्या क्या गिवन था. So, is it possible to go back to the question or no?
Ma'am, that would be tough because the results are there. Ma'am, I think in your phone you can do a rewind and have a look.
Yeah. So, we had, I think solution A was having pH 10, right? Solution C was having pH 2.2 and solution B was having pH 1.2. Now, we know that अगर pH बढ़ता जा रहा है तो we are going towards the basic side. H plus ion concentration would keep on decreasing. So we had to find the one with the minimum H plus ion concentration. That will be the one with the highest pH. That's going to be A. So A with the maximum pH 10 will have the least hydrogen ion concentration, followed by C which has pH 2.2. And finally we have B with pH 1.2. So आपको basically pH का और H plus ion concentration का relation पता होना चाहिए. जैसे जैसे pH बढ़ता है, H plus ion concentration कम होता है. जैसे जैसे pH कम होता है, hydrogen ion concentration बढ़ता है because the substance is becoming more and more acidic. So this is what the catch was. कुछ बच्चों ने I think the reverse relation you didn't put and some of them got confused between increasing decreasing order. Now for this question it was increasing order. That means the smallest value first. The one having least H plus ion concentration first. So it's going to be A less than C less than B, which I think was option D.
Yes.
That was difficult. They're saying it was difficult.
Yes, and I think like ma'am said, right, it's all about taking the time and writing it down. All of you knew the concept, but spend some time in writing it down. Always, I think both of us would recommend, right, that you write it down and answer. It's one thing to do all the mental, calculation, concept adjusting and everything. There are questions for which you can do that. For some like this, always, even maths, the following it's almost like, ma'am, it's almost as much as I keep singing, okay? I keep telling you, write it down. It's as simple as that. So have that practice and next time when you come for the next quiz, you will come prepared and I'm sure.
Yes. And take it as a lesson that even in your exam, don't be very quick in answering. Please make sure what are they asking. They're not asking कि आप pH के order में लिख दो. They're asking hydrogen ion concentration के order में लिखना, which is the reverse of pH. And also in the increasing order. Chalo. Okay. Ma'am, next question quickly, please. They are super excited for the last two questions.
Yes, we told you 8:30 it will be done. So don't worry everybody. So we have a thing to keep. Now everyone, I do understand that some of you come a little late to Menti. So if you're coming from YouTube Live to Menti, quickly go ahead and of course be ready for the question. Question number 19 on your screens. Which of the following is correct about a flower? Super simple and easy. It is a reproductive organ or a reproductive unit in angiosperms. Calyx and corolla are reproductive organs. A typical flower has 4 whorls and whorls arranged successively on thalamus or receptacle. Very simple and easy question for all of you. Ma'am, I don't know why I love biology. It's okay.
As long as you love biology, it's okay.
Yeah. Very good, everyone. Very good. But I thought this was very simple, right? This was a very easy question. No, I saw some of you got confused. See, the question is what? The question is which of the following is correct about the flower? Now, option B. said that calyx and corolla are the reproductive organs. What is calyx and what is corolla? Can you tell me in the chat? What is calyx, what is corolla? Very quickly. What is calyx and corolla? Yes, Aman, we can see you. Ma'am, I'm so confused. Okay. Ma'am, don't know. All right. Okay. So, we'll spend 1 minute in this question very quickly. Flower has 4 whorls, right? You have calyx, you have corolla, right? Then you have androecium, and then you have gynoecium, right? Now, normally the question would have presented maybe in your board exams in a different way, like petals and sepals are reproductive organs. Now, they have just twisted it a little here. Calyx is nothing but all your sepals, right? And corolla is all your petals. Now, these are your non-essential whorls. That means that these are not necessary for reproduction, but they aid reproduction. They aid sexual reproduction in this, right? So, calyx is all the sepals of the flower. So, you will see it here. Calyx here are all the sepals that is out here. Then all the petals form the corolla. And these are non-essential, not needed for reproduction. But your androecium, or simply said stamen and pistil are the reproductive organs which are involved in it, right? And we know that flower is said to be the reproductive organ or the reproductive unit of the flower. And we know that all these whorls or all these different parts of the flower that is there is arranged on this bulge-like structure called as thalamus or receptacle. So are we clear? Are we clear? Ma'am, what is function of calyx? Calyx is mainly all the sepals. They are leaf-like and they protect the flower during the bud stage, Ritesh. What are whorls? Whorls are nothing but the arrangement of all of these parts, right? That is what we mean by whorls. Yes. Ma'am, I wanted to say I loved chemistry.
Like a very heavy page. This particular slide has so many terms, so much to remember,
Yes.
but I think it'll become easy the more you'll keep revising.
Definitely. And see guys, everybody quickly understand that what you need to know on a board examination front is the term sepal, petal, stamen and pistil. And you have introduced, you've learned about this a little bit in your 7th grade also. So don't worry too much about it. Okay. All right. Yes. So very quickly everyone, we'll move on to the last question. So ma'am, I hand it over to you for the last question.
All right, let's see what's the question. Let's load the question. Which of the following statements are correct regarding the chlor-alkali process? Oh, you need to know the equation for this one. Chlorine gas is obtained at cathode, hydrogen gas is obtained at cathode. Sodium oxide is formed as a product, sodium hydroxide is formed as a product. See, if you remember the equation, then it's like a very masoom question. And if you don't remember the equation, you will not get it right. You cannot get it right then. So, पता है तो 1 सेकंड का क्वेश्चन है, नहीं पता तो फिर तो तुक्का भी गलत होगा. Most of you remember it. Yes. क्या हो रहा है? Formation of caustic soda. क्लोर अल्कलाई प्रोसेस में हम NaOH बना रहे हैं. We are making NaOH, right? कैसे बन रहा है caustic soda? We have brine solution, जिसका हम electrolysis कर रहे हैं. So brine solution, okay. I was like, okay, I again forgot to clap. Oh, all right. So we have brine solution that is concentrated NaCl in water. Electricity pass करो, NaOH बनेगा आपका, chlorine बनेगा, hydrogen बनेगा. Now you can see it in the diagram clearly. Chlorine आपका anode पे बन रहा है, hydrogen आपका cathode पे बन रहा है, NaOH की तो preparation हो रही है. So जो sodium oxide वाला option था, that's ruled out, right? So this brings us to the second and fourth option. Hydrogen at cathode and NaOH is the product that is being formed as the correct answer. And guys, ये क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में किसी भी फॉर्म में आ सकता है. दे माइट आस्क यू व्हाट हैपेंस जब ब्राइन सॉल्यूशन में से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास हो गई, और दे माइट आस्क यू क्लोर अल्कलाई प्रोसेस की इक्वेशन लिख दो, और दे माइट आस्क यू हाउ टू प्रिपेयर कॉस्टिक सोडा. सो बहुत सारे वेज है टू आस्क द क्वेश्चन बट द आंसर इज द सेम. सो रियलाइज दिस दैट The concept is always the same. We are just twisting our words when it comes to framing the question. Answer is definitely something that is there in NCERT already. तो confuse नहीं होना, because I think in every set you'll notice, ma'am, ऐसे ही questions होते हैं. The concepts are the same, the answers are the same. It's just we're twisting the words here and there in a question.
Yes. And well done. Even though, like ma'am said, it's a very tough question, all of you have learned it. Now, ma'am, I think one very amazing thing that we're seeing in the chat is also that kids are able, all the students that are here, they're able to understand, right? Ma'am, I know this chapter well. This is where I need to work, and this is where I need to put in more effort. See, that was always our intention for all of you to understand where your strengths lie, where you need to spend some more time, and we'll be doing this across subjects for all of you. So we're very proud. And yes, see, at the end of the day, science is the winner, okay? Like we always told you, no, we might say chemistry, bio, but Kriti ma'am and I are like one unit. At the end of the day, for us, we're happy when science is winning. And I think, ma'am, that's all we always tell them, right?
Bilkul, bilkul, bilkul. And this will remain constant always. This will always be there. We want you to get really good marks in science. And आपको भी पता है कि ये साथ में ही है. Physics, chemistry, biology, तीनों subjects आपके साथ में test होंगे. और ये जो scores हैं, जो इतने nearby हैं, they are actually indicating that the preparation is at par. The preparation is on track. बिल्कुल सही चल रहे हो. मेहनत ऐसे ही करते रहो. So you have performed extremely well, all of you. And do let us know in the chat. Are you all ready to look at the leaderboard? Final leaderboard. सब तैयार है देखने के लिए?
Yes. And how did you enjoy today's class? Did you enjoy this? This is the first challenge session that we had for chemistry and biology. So did you enjoy today's class? We need to know that as well in the chat. There are students who are still asking us doubts, but don't worry, we'll clear your doubts. Don't worry about that.
Come on, everyone. How did you enjoy this experience? Do let us know. See, don't worry about the doubts. We'll have separate sessions as well. We are picking, some of the doubts here, but don't worry. Even if there are doubts which we are not able to pick, we will definitely be having separate doubt sessions for all of you. All your doubts will be answered. But both of us, we are hoping that this session was very useful. You've learned something out of this, and your confidence has gone up. That is the entire funda.
Yes. And Tanish, don't worry. See, just stay subscribed to us. We have crash course coming up. We'll be revising the chapters. We are only going to be there with all of you. So don't worry about all of that. And of course, I think, ma'am, now we're ready to show the leaderboard, right?
Yes. Let's have the final leaderboard, everyone.
So, ma'am, would you like to take the leaderboard?
Let's see. And we have Shri Hari. But ma'am, you'll have to read rest of the names now because I can't see the screen.
Yes, of course. So well done, Shri Hari, being very regular and consistent throughout 20 questions. Yes, a lot of confetti, a lot of cheering throughout the session we've had for all of you to keep you motivated. Then we have Priyanshu, I have Kirti Rani, who's the fastest. Then Vishal, Vaishnavi, Gauri. Then I have, I'm hoping it's Lochan and I'm reading this right. Then I have Kaveen. I hope I'm getting these names right because I'm not able to see. Arya, chemistry is the best. And Sharvari. So well done, everybody. Well done. Very proud. Both of us are supremely proud of all of you. And I can see, ma'am, a lot of them are saying, ma'am, I came from 164 to 83. A lot of them have come from 201 to 137. I think, ma'am, that's the real win, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. See, you can see the change in your performance here itself. Real time change आपको दिख रहा है. आप देख सकते हो कि आपने within the same session improve कर दिया. Now imagine if you actually utilize every hour seriously, by the end of a month, you will be so very confident and you will improve, I think, a lot.
Yes.
So ऐसे मेहनत करते रहो. These are just our ways to make sure that you are revising properly and you get exposure to a lot of important questions. But nonetheless, we hope you've noticed and you've noted the concepts that needs more attention. Because if you're not going back with this homework, then thoda sa fir is pure session mein, I think the main aspect would be missed. So जो concepts आपके weak हैं उन पे काम करना है, that is your homework for sure.
Yes. So everybody, you know that we've got you covered, right? I know a lot of you are asking doubts, a lot of you want to know it, but see, we'll have more and more classes. We're going to be there every day for all of you. So don't worry. See, I mean, we can spend time now taking doubts, but like I said, taking doubts is like opening dam ka water, you know. So many doubts will come and we want to clarify them, but everybody, please make sure that you are regular to classes, because as and when we take classes for all of you, we will be helping you all out, okay? And of course, ma'am, we have a very interesting thing. Now, of course, I do know that it's coming somewhere between your board prep. But if you do know some of your friends who are interested in this, tell them to register for Quiz Masters. And ma'am, we're having it on 22nd, right?
Yes, I think we are making your new year a happy one by having Quiz Master session again. And I think this is a great opportunity for you to move out of your comfort zone. क्योंकि यहाँ से जो आप सीख कर जाओगे, that experience is going to stay with you throughout. I think the ones who've already been to the studio, they'll definitely second me on this.
Yes, and everyone, please make sure that all of you register. And in case if you feel like, ma'am, I may not have time, you tell your friends to register, right? Because we know you're in class 10 and you have, you know, all your board exams and everything on your head. You can tell your juniors who might have some time, spread the word, tell your family members, any of your cousins who might be interested. So yes. Saurabh sir ko bulao, Saurabh sir is in class and Saurabh sir will come tomorrow, right? For all of you guys. So don't worry, tomorrow Arsh ma'am and Saurabh sir have a class again on this particular challenge series. So everybody, if you need to know what's coming up next month, then they have to subscribe.
They're trying their luck. Most of the time Saurabh sir comes towards the end. तो वो end में एक surprise visit दे जाते हैं. They're like, बोलने में क्या जाता है? He might come. बोल के देख लेते हैं.
Yes, that happens in, I think, across channels, everywhere, in 6 to 8, 9 and 10. Everybody wants Saurabh sir. Yes, he'll come soon, don't worry, coming soon.
Yes. You subscribe the channel, then only you'll get to know.
Yes. All right. So everybody, please make sure that you don't forget to subscribe, because 9 and 10 is this place where, ma'am, we come up with all the best things for all of you, because it's not that you are the only ones giving board exams. For us, it's as good as us coming and giving board exams with you, right? So we will give you end-to-end preparation.
Absolutely. And I think if you will be consistent, there is no stopping you then. The only problem is that sometimes we attend a session and then there is a gap. So the next time we come for another session, we don't know the connectivity. So don't do that. Do subscribe to the channel. Do hit the bell icon so that you're connected and you know what is happening when. So that all these important sessions, they are not missed. I think they are planned in such a way to make sure that you ace your exam for sure.
Yes. And please, if you love what we do, let us know in the comment section, because that also motivates our team to come up with more interesting things for all of you. So looking forward for all of your comments. And I think, ma'am, we'll be signing off with this, right?
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for being there. And we are super proud. Keep working hard like this. We'll see you super soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.